fine evening for racing at the Oshkosh Speedzone Raceway on Friday night, June 3rd, as Oshkosh Lanes and Budweiser presented the Friday night racing program. Over 100 cars in the pit area. Fans have treated some excellent preliminary racing, including 50-year racing veteran Charlie Ewald, who captured one of the modified Consolation races. The win proved especially popular with fans as Charlie Ewald made his way to victory lane to thunderous applause from the crowd. The Automotive Supply Company Modifieds will take to the track 20 strong, getting ready for the fourth racing program of the 2011 season. Visiting driver Brad McGuire would charge the initial lead in the modified main event. By lap 6, McGuire found himself challenged by Mike Klenz and Tim Limeron as the lead trio began to pull away from the pack. Klenz would make his way to the inside of McGuire through turns 1 and 2 to take the lead, while one of the current point leaders, Travis Spaulding, wound up retiring from the contest with engine failure. Mike Klenz had a comfortable lead on lap number 12 over Tim Limeron. Unfortunately for him, debris was spotted on the racetrack, forcing a yellow flag and bunching the field. As soon as they went back to the green flag, Mike Klenz would go back to the lead, with Tim Limeron and Brad McGuire giving chase. As the race wound down, it was Mike Klenz out front with Tim Limeron still giving chase, but the real battle was for third position, as Brad McGuire had his hands full with Jamie Schmidt and Mike Mashall. Klenz would hold on for the lead for his first victory of the 2011 racing season, with Limeron less than 2 car lengths behind. A final lap pass would net Mike Mashall to third position, as Brad McGuire was fourth at the line. plenty of excitement at the start of the Grand National feature event as Don Schumacher lost power from his pole position and was narrowly avoided by the entire field. On the next restart, it would be Tim Reichenberger outrunning Tim Vargo for the initial lead. Larry Richards was back to his championship style in the Grand National Division, charging to the outside and going 4 wide, passing several cars to move into the second position early on and challenge Reichenberger for the lead. Out front, Larry Richards began to pull away from the pack while his son Kenny began to move through the field. Meanwhile, the battle for second was contested between Tim Reichenberger and defending street stock champion Sean Hayden. By the midpoint of the race, Larry Richards had a small lead over Tim Reichenberger and Hayden, and as lap traffic began to be encountered, second and third began to close in on Richards. As Richards led the way through lap traffic, Reichenberger managed to close up on his rear bumper and challenged for the lead position with only a handful of laps remaining in the contest. On the final lap, Tim Reichenberger would dive to the inside of Larry Richards in turn 1 and 2, but he wasn't able to draw even with them. The pair battled out of the final 2 turns with Larry Richards maintaining the lead and winning his first feature of the 2011 season. On the final lap, Kenny Richards would make his way around Sean Hayden and finish in the 3rd position. In the Leon Frozen Custard Sport Modified division, it was Randy Krieger who was on the pole for the start of the feature race, but it was outside front row starter Adam Pugh who would take the initial lead. Pugh would maintain a slim lead. It was Kevin Bethke and Chad Guyette doing battle for second early on in the feature race. Rob Sharapata would lose power on lap 2 and come to a stop on the front stretch, causing the first caution of the event. When it was back to the green, Adam Pugh was back to the lead with heavy pressure from Kevin Bethke and Chad Guyette. A spin by Don Johnson would bring out the next caution of the event, slowing the contest and bunching the field back up. After the next restart, Chad Guyette would get the lead and begin to pull away from Adam Pugh as the Sport Mod feature neared the halfway point. Chad Guyette pulling away out front. Adam Pugh found himself challenged by Kevin Bethke and point leader Zeke Bischofberger for the second position. In the closing laps, Chad Guyette would pull away from the field and score his first career victory in the Sport Modified division at Oshkosh Speedzone Raceway.
Down from you, John Martin, second lead.